Hey, welcome everybody. Mark Kelsey joining me, Jason Schultz with the Beer Money Pulling team to talk about his big event coming up this Friday and Saturday, Putnam Raceway, Satsuma, Florida, 6:30 both nights, 2 tracks, 10 classes, $20 to get in for adults. Kids 7 to 14 or $15, 6 and under free. And Mark, I am ready to get out of Wisconsin and come down to where it's warm because you said it was. I see the forecast is highs in the 80s and 70s next weekend, so I'm quite excited for that. So.
Yes, very nice down here.
Yeah, you've been sending me all the nice track pictures and stuff like that. I'm going to throw up our poster real quick while people are getting on here. So if you're going to the pull in Satsuma next weekend, please let us know. Well, the reason we do these live shows like this, and we're live on the Putnam County Truck and Tractor Pull Facebook page right now, as well as Beer Money, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. But again, it's for to kind of get the word out, let people share this around, tell their friends, tell their family, tell their coworkers, people start tagging people and stuff, different things like that. So if you're coming to Putnam County or Satsuma, Florida this weekend for both nights or one of the nights, either as a puller or as a spectator, please throw that in the comments so we can do that around there. And then it just makes it fun for Mark to know. So this is, I'll let Mark do this, but Mark bought this racetrack and he had his first pull last year, and now they're going to turn it into like a multi-sports event park. And if you were with us Wednesday night, I think we did a live, or Tuesday night, I don't remember which night we did it, Mark, but Gary Shavink was on there with you, and we shared. It's a true motorsports facility, everybody, and it's a clay track. And I'm not picking on Florida tracks, but us guys from the Midwest and gals, we kind of get this perception that we're coming to Florida to pull on sand, and that is not the instance. And for example, you sent me a video of you guys dumping clay the other day, and I will put that video on the screen so we have video evidence for everybody. And again, if you have any questions about the poll or comments, please type them into the comments here. But this is into the chat. This is a video that Mark sent me. So in that video, pulling fans and pullers, you can see there's bleachers. You can see it's a real facility. It's a big time facility there in Satsuma, Florida, that Mark has done this. So Mark, who are you and where are you from originally, and how in the hell did you and why did you buy a pulling track in Florida? How about that?
So from Davis, Illinois, been there my whole life. Family moved.
Where's Davis, Illinois at, Mark?
So it's about 20 miles west of Rockford. It's right in between. We're about 7 miles from Wisconsin.
Okay.
So it's right in between Freeport and Rockford.
Gotcha.
Straight north of Pecatonica, Illinois.
Been there?
So yeah, my family moved down to Illinois from Beloit, Wisconsin in about 1942, I believe it was. So we've got a long history of being in the area of Durand, Illinois. My parents actually started coming down here several years ago, probably at least 15 years ago. So I started coming down to Florida to visit them. And then there was a tractor pull over in Citrus County, which is in Leesburg, Illinois, or Leesburg, Florida. And so I brought my tractor down to it about 9 years ago, a farm stock, and have been coming every year since.
Nice. Super excited. I got to meet you for the first time in Zellwood. I know we probably have crossed paths in the past being up here in the Midwest, but it's a good time there. Mike Clone jumps in, says, sounds like a lot of fun. Yep, Mike, load up the truck and head south. Okay. Head south. So we're flying down Thursday night. We're flying into Orlando, I think. We're just going to rent a car and head up there. We were looking for the cheapest flights. We got Milwaukee to Orlando direct. So
Gotcha.
I'm not going to complain about that, Mark.
Good.
Yep.
It's about an hour and from Orlando airport, it's about an hour and 45.
Yep. That's kind of what we figured.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Easy
drive though. Easy drive.
Yep. Going to get out there Friday, midday, or, earlier than that. And then I want to get a bunch of driver interviews. I bought some wireless lapel mics. I want to go around and interview a lot of the drivers that are there and do that Friday and Saturday during the day. So Mark, what are you hearing from the locals right now? I mean, pulling is not exactly, I think in the Midwest, sometimes we feel like, we're, drag racing and NHRA and like that, or you have a bigger name than pulling, but if you're in the South and you come to the Midwest, pulling's huge. Like where we in the Midwest sometimes feel like we don't have that big stage that we want.
Right.
Pulling's not a national hobby yet in Florida. I think there was a time in the 80s and 90s with the winter sweeps. Larry Richwines talked about that with the NTPA and stuff like that, Mark. But I feel like there's a lot of promoters now in Florida, Ocala, Zellwood, yourself. And again, you're the three that I know. We help Zellwood promote. We help you promote. I think Ocala's done a good job. I know it's a little shorter track. It's indoors, but looks like they always have a nice crowd, and they bring some big mini rod pullers down out of the north. What are you hearing from the locals about the racetrack, about the event, and about maybe what truck and tractor pulling is bringing to that area?
Yeah, so a lot of people are pretty excited about having something to do around this area again, and a lot of them like the idea of it not just being a circle track anymore. They want the side-by-side mud truck scene is huge down here. I mean, just massive. And tractor pulling draws a pretty good crowd too, because there's a lot of antique pulling down here, but nothing, the horsepower that we have in the Midwest.
Right.
It's or even just plain north, even the up east. So it's a lot of people are excited about it. It's going around here pretty good. Last year was a pretty good hit. That was, from what I've been told, it was one of the biggest crowds this place has seen in years for our tractor pull we had last year.
Great.
So, and I really want to have, last year, the old owner wouldn't let anyone into the pits to meet and greet pullers or anything. This year it's going to be, you drive in the gate, you pay, you can go wherever you want, except for out in the infield, where we're actually pulling. I want people to go out in the pits, talk to pullers. There's a lot of interest there. They like to look at the equipment because it's so much different than anything they've ever seen down in this area.
Right.
So it's just, I want people to be able to come and look around and see what this is really all about. So
if you're a puller and you're coming, you heard that, bring some merch, bring your hero cards, have a Sharpie ready to go, let the kids sit in your truck or in your tractor.
Yes.
Get some pictures of them, because that's where, we talk a lot about, Mark, on Let's Grow Pulling, how we feel as pullers, we gave monster trucks their start, right? And now look at where monster trucks are today, during the stadium tours.
Yes.
But if you go to a monster truck show or a monster jam show, damn it, Mark, they do a good job.
Yes.
They do a good job entertaining and engaging. I always get a lot of emails, phone calls, text messages. Oh, we got to be more exciting like rodeos. So I start watching rodeos, and, how do we entertain during, in between hooks and, all the different things like that. But I mean, just as simple as making a kid's life. Mark, I'm addicted to this because my dad took me to pulls when I was little.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to sit on the Red Baron and Iron Elk in these diesel super stock tractors of the day. And I'm 47 now, and I'm still addicted to this because of that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I don't know if my dad would have done it if he realized how much money I would have spent on this silly hobby.
Yes.
But when I say silly hobby, I mean, I say it in jest because it's something we love. But I also know that we're trying to turn it into a professional motorsport as well, with a lot of things that we have cooking and with social media and, a lot of other stuff coming into the pulling world here. And I feel like there's some unification at the national level as well, just people working together like that. So it's all good. It is all good. Chuck Hobbs is checking in from Illinois. He says, hey, Mark, Mike Clone says I should take the Remedy. The Remedy, you wouldn't even recognize the Remedy right now. It is in about a 50 to 60 foot section of my engine builder shop, and it is very, very, very broken. So the engine's finally tore down after my Wisner, Nebraska explosion. So,
well, I got the head off my tractor, putting piston sleeves in it because I scored a couple pistons and found a fuel problem that did that. So I'm trying to rebuild this facility. Plus I have my tractor in about 1 million parts that I have to have ready for next Friday night.
You know what? Sounds like a puller's life.
Yes.
It sounds like a puller's life. I was watching, I love golf as well. My wife and I do. And I was watching that Full Swing documentary on Netflix before we got on here. And last summer we started this behind the helmet thing where we were going into pullers' trailers and talking to them before the pull. But as I was watching that, I'm like, we need to take that to the next level and go spend a whole day at a puller's house or their shop, meet
Yes.
meet the entire family, see the behind the scenes and stuff like that. Because like, to hear him kind of talk normal a little bit and see him get frustrated, it made it more real. And that's been my vision with this behind the helmet. And that's been my vision, Mark, having our promoters and our pullers on the shows like this. Because when you go to a pull, I'm going to recognize your tractor, Kelsey, but I don't know what the hell you look like. You know what I mean? But now people know who Mark Kelsey is, and good or bad. And I always joke around, as long as the cops aren't looking for you, this is working out pretty good.
Exactly.
But we have to put a face on a name on the face, Mark, and pulling.
Yes.
And that's one thing that TV has done for NHRA. We all know what John Force looks like, right?
Yep.
We know what Jeff Hurt looks like because he jumps off his tractor and takes his helmet off right away.
Yep, 800 miles an hour.
At 800 miles an hour. But he's one of the few pullers that we really know who he is because of that. And I know that network TV is going away. I mean, it's pretty confident. I mean, even my dad's 66 and he doesn't have cable anymore, and he's calling me asking how to use his Roku. And he's like, I just want to be able to get da 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 and da 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 da. But that's where this live stream's coming, Mark. And if we had our ducks in a row, we have a live stream now with Outlaw TV, but we're going to do your event next year, professionally live stream. But I want to go do the whole Outlaw Summer, Mark. So when we come down next year, we know what we're doing. And then we can show your venue off to the whole world through the live stream. So I'm really, really excited for that, Mark. But back to what I was talking about, just, doing these live interviews like this and giving you a chance to talk about your fans, your pullers, your sponsors, your volunteers. Brian Jordan has somebody that's been commenting on our post. He must help you a lot. Is he a friend of yours?
Yes, he is. Yep.
Okay.
Yep,
So
he is.
He said, I'm going to be, and he's commented on a couple of their posts. And you guys, I can't tell you how important it is to comment on posts on Facebook. Like them and share them because that tells the algorithm, the computer, that, Putnam County Truck and Tractor Pull has a popular post. Then they start showing it to other people in the area that may not follow the Putnam County Truck and Tractor Pull, but that person might have interests that would attract them to the Putnam County Truck and Tractor Pull. So the engagement piece with these lives, with the pictures we post, and I know I'm kind of sounding like a dork, but I've been doing this for 10 years. And I don't know if you ever understand the algorithm, Mark, but it's all about engagement, how we engage our fans. And that's back to when you said, hey, I'm going to let, once you guys get there, you can go see the pullers. The pits are open. That's awesome.
Yes.
As a fan, you got to get excited about that. And for those of you in Florida and you don't get to see big modifieds, big tractors, big mini rods like you do, this is your chance to get up close with them. And the pullers are so happy because this is not a points hook for them, Mark. They're just getting out of the cold. Yes. This is like a vacation type of a pull. So you're not, they're going to be a little more chill than normal, and they're going to be excited to be there. And I really want to, I want to take advantage of that situation, if you will, Mark. Not, I don't know if that's the right word, but for really people to get excited and just kind of get out there early, check it out, and see what it's all about. And I had no idea how nice your venue was and how legit it was until you showed that, you shared that video with me last week to put that out there. That YouTube video, you guys, this is it's a real facility. I mean, the bleachers, the everything, it's all there. And quite excited to get there. And then we're going to do our job as Beer Money Pulling Team and, and share this with the world, Mark. Obviously Friday and Saturday, and we'll have all of next year. In your promo video, I got all the, the video from Zellwood because I haven't been to your facility before. And the Florida pullers have been beyond nice, Mark. Share your posts, comment on your posts, and they really want to, I think there's somebody that if you wanted to team up with and kind of have like a little sweep, we go here, we go here, we go here. They would be somebody that'd be willing to listen to that. Because if you can cater to your local pullers, Kelsey, and then bring down, your big mods, your big diesel tractors, your big minis, and add to the show like that, I mean, it's a happy place for everybody, Kelsey.
Yes.
It's great for your fans. It's great for your pullers. Your local pullers get a little more exposure, right? And your big Grand National Champions Tour type pullers are getting to go pull in the winter outdoors, right, where it's warm, bringing the family down, bringing the grandkids down, and doing the whole Florida thing, Florida thing. So
it's very fun.
Yes. Chuck Hobbs says, I believe I got to announce in Pawpaw when Mark first made some test hooks. So very possible there.
Yeah, it was last year. Yeah, I blew a rod outside.
Was a tractor pulling fun. Brian Jordan says, you have my kid wanting to pull yet. Laugh out loud.
His son Adam's down here been helping us with the place for, I think, almost 3 weeks now. We've been hitting it hard 7 days a week.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That is awesome. Florida pullers, do you need help with the track grading during the pull? Jacob said he would help if needed. So, Mark, if you need help, reach out to the ASAs. Sorry.
Yep. Appreciate that.
From Zellwood. Good deal. I'm just kind of flip through the comments here. Guys, have any questions, comments, concerns, anything, please put it in the chat. I'll put it up on the screen. I'll ask Mark. I'm just trying to keep up with all the comments. Got quite a few people watching, so it makes me happy. Again, if you're just joining us with Mark Kelsey, he's the owner of the Putnam Raceway, him and his wife in Satsuma, Florida. They're having a really big truck and tractor pull this Friday, March 3rd, Saturday, March 4th, 6:30 p.m. both nights, 10 classes, 2 tracks. It's $20 to get in for adults, 7 to 14-year-olds are $10, 6 and under, free. And you heard Mark say it right at the beginning of the show. You can go anywhere with your pass. You can go into the pits, check out, meet the pullers and different things like that. And that's really, that's worth the price of admission right there to get out there and do all that stuff yet. So, James Shannon, do you have a class pulling order yet for Friday, Mark?
I mean, a tentative one, but I probably should post that for people that, are getting off work, the locals here that want to get here to pull. I'll definitely probably try to make the local classes later in the show for Friday night for sure, so they have time to get here and get signed up.
Perfect.
That's what I'd like to try to do.
And if anybody's maybe running a little bit late and you need to have your class pushed back, or you think you're going to, get a hold of Kelsey now. His number's at the bottom of the poster. Don't wait till Friday.
Right. We'll work with anyone. I mean, I get it. I'm a puller. I understand. It's not a big deal at all.
Yeah. Austin Thurby's checking in. So he's a mini rod puller. We saw him in Zellwood. Chuck and Austin are having a little love affair on the chat right now. So they say hello to each other. Good.
You have a couple of local, I think 3 diesel trucks coming now. So
they reached out to me and asked me for your number, and I gave it to them.
Yeah. So. Yep. No, anyone local, I really want them here. So I'm definitely willing to, work with anyone that needs a little extra time to get here on Friday night. I get it.
Yeah, that's how you get them hooked. You know what I mean? Kels, get people excited about the event and to be part of it, and then they can tell their friends and family, "Hey, come on out to Satsuma and watch me pull my truck." That's what makes it fun.
Yes.
What are the registration hours that you're doing sign up?
Well, pretty much, from probably 4 to 5:30. Like I said, try to call the number. If you're going to be late, my wife would probably sign you up, over the phone. You can catch up when you get here if you're going to be a little bit late or something like that. Like I said, we'll try to run the local mini rod classes, V8 classes, in the truck classes a little bit, at least after the halfway point of the show. So it'll give you a little extra time to get here and get ready.
Gotcha. Austin says great pulling in Florida. It is. I'm glad I hooked up with the Zellwood guys, and I'm glad you found me, Mark, because it's exciting to promote. No, it's okay. It's fun to promote a great event like this and then be part of it and then get out of Wisconsin in the winter to go do something I love. So
yes, I
like that. It has been cold. Do we have a count on blown minis rods yet? What do you got? What do you got for a ballpark number, you think?
I know we have 4 for sure. That's a for sure. 2 more are a maybe. I might know tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That is awesome to see that.
They'll really like this track. I mean, it's a Midwest track through and through. They'll love it. If they go 350 feet, it's not an issue.
Great. Yeah, you said you got 700 feet of track.
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
I love it.
Well, more than that, if they take a right, they can go all the way around if they feel like it.
Yeah. They're going to run out of fuel eventually.
Yeah. Yes, they will. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. This makes me happy. I've been looking forward to this. So great question, James. Thanks for putting that out there. And we know we're going to have a lot of diesel tractors. What the Forester's coming at, that alone is their own class. We should just have the Forester exhibition class. That'd be kind of fun on that.
There you go. Right. So. Yes. We do have some, we're building a small track in the infield for some really like 500 horsepower side-by-sides. that are going to race here in probably about the third week of April. So we're gonna show them off a little bit during this tractor pull to promote the next event here in April.
Awesome. That's a great
Yep.
idea.
Yep.
I know you touched on this earlier, but Morgan must not have heard this. Mark, how did you get involved with pulling in Florida as you are a native to the Midwest? Give us the 30-second rundown again.
Pretty much my parents. We started coming down here. My son raced motocross for years as an amateur. So we came down here in the winter to race and practice. Then he retired from that when he was 18. So I built a pulling tractor and started coming down here at that point about 9 years ago. And been coming down every year since, never missed a year. I helped promote a pull in Leesburg, Florida for 5 years over at Puckett's Farmhouse. And when Stu passed, good friend of mine, we just couldn't have a pull there anymore. So that's when we decided to start looking around for another venue. We had our tractor pull here last year. We rented the facility, and then I put a bug in the owner's ear, said, if you ever want to sell it, let me know. And December 1st, we closed on it.
Awesome.
And bought the place.
I have the poster on the screen right now for you fans. It's got all the information you need: start times, admissions, your address, the contact number at the bottom. This is all over Putnam County Truck and Tractor Pull Facebook page. If for some reason you can't find that, just message us on Beer Money and I will get you Kelsey's number. Like I said, I've had a couple pullers reach out and want to talk to Mark about that. And if you're somebody that wants to talk to Mark, maybe you're just hearing about this for the first time, that's fine. You want to come down this weekend, I just want you to talk to Mark real quick, make sure the expectations are there of what you think this is going to be, and then we'll be on your way. I don't want you to travel to Florida on a whim just to find out that maybe this isn't what you think it is. But I'm telling you, it's going to be great because Mark's from the Midwest. He knows pulling. He knows how to build tracks. And we're excited to be part of it. So it's all good. Who is the guy on fire in the ad? Who is that, Mark?
That would be me.
What happened in that pass, buddy?
A fuel line pushed out of the fitting and went onto the turbos and ignited. It was I didn't even actually see the flames. I just felt a little bit of heat. It was not a big deal to me, but it's pretty much been a pretty big crowd pleaser since that happened.
Yeah,
I think it made it in the Agri News
up
north, and it's really that's what people are looking for. They're looking for some excitement.
They are.
And that was one of them deals.
They really, really are. That's what makes it fun.
Yes.
That's what makes it fun. Again, if you just joined us, talking to Mark Kelsey, the owner, promoter of the Putnam Raceway in Satsuma, Florida, about their big event this Friday and Saturday, March 3rd, March 4th. 10 classes, 2 tracks, both nights, 6:30 p.m. Just excited to grow pulling in Florida and in the South. It's been fun, Mark, because I'm working with promoters in California now and in Florida, and then we're going to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania in 3 weeks for Keystone. So I really feel it's fun to really be like kind of nationwide now with Beer Money and the promotion side of it, and really meeting a lot of great people like yourself who have and it's funny, no matter where you are, you think people have a mindset about Florida pulling tracks. California in general, we all have this, I'm telling you, Mark, if you wouldn't have told me I was in California, I mean, and it's just, I know it's just the news and we hear about all the liberal this and liberal that, blah, blah, blah. I was out there in the valley. They flew me into Fresno. I went to Madera and I was hanging out with a bunch of farmers and business owners. It's just like going to a regular truck and tractor pull, except there was palm trees and that was weird. It was really, really neat. It was really, really neat to experience that last October. A promoter out there, I've got to become pretty good friends with him. And he puts on like 13, 15 pulls a year. Again, California is not known for pulling anymore. Like the old stadium days, Anaheim and some of those, it was all the time, Mark, but it's kind of slowing down a lot. But there's a lot of big name 4x4, mod truck pullers out of California that used to come east and pull in the Midwest, on the NTPA Grand National and run those big USHRA and TNT days and stuff like that. So it's fun. Did you build your tractor or did you buy it?
So the chassis is an Ace chassis. And then I built the engine. I built everything else on it. Yes.
Okay, great.
The engine, everything. Fuel system, I did myself. Yep.
Good deal.
Yep. A lot of Terry Blackburn parts. I'd like to thank him and Brian Connor for his input and some of the parts on the fuel system. He's a Really, really good guy.
He's a genius. He's a
Yeah,
genius.
both of them guys are phenomenal. And honestly, if it wasn't, I probably wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for the Brinkmeyer family. Watching them through the years, I mean, the way they, are as a family, and you go to the pull and you can talk to any of them, and they're humble and they're super nice. And along with Terry and Josh, they're just down to earth people. And this is the way most pullers are. You can go talk to them, and if you need a part, they're like handing it to you before you can hardly get out. I could really use this part, to make this pull, and you barely get it out of your mouth, and they're like, "Here, take it."
Right.
And that's just the way the whole pulling scene kind of is. And after coming out of motocross, where it's really cutthroat, there's a lot of good people out there, and some of my closest friends are from coming to Florida, pulling here and meeting them. And that's where I met Gary, Lawrence and Doug Heyman, all those guys, some guys out of Canada, just down here in Florida. I mean, most pullers are really, really good people.
They are.
Yep.
No, I think fans a little bit every now and then, Mark, we're all kind of starstruck sometimes, like a Terry and a Josh Blackburn or Gary Brinkmeyer. They pull at the highest level of pulling and have been beyond successful, especially the Blackburns at the highest level of pulling. Josh just won Louisville.
Yes, he did.
But you bump into Josh and he'll shotgun a beer with you. I mean, he'll suggest you. You know what I mean? Let's pound a beer, Schultz. Okay, and I think once the fans kind of realize that, and that's really where our behind the helmets we need to step it up and get more of those out there for people. Because if you knew how cool, I mean, there's some dicks, don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah.
Every sport has those, but there's way less people that are dicks than there are good people out there.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
That's what makes it fun. That's what makes it fun. And here, Mark Shaley has a question for you, Kelsey. What blown minis are there? Big blocks or small blocks? If it was already said, sorry, just got on here. So,
well,
we're doing both, right?
Yeah, we're doing both, but the big block and small block minis are naturally aspirated, but the blown minis are the full blown NTPA Hemis, Sassy racing motors, stuff like that. They're the big horsepower ones.
Yeah, Mark, it's going to be the biggest there is.
Absolutely.
The big minis, and there was a couple of them at Zellwood on Friday night, and it sounds like you're going to have maybe possibly 4, maybe 6.
Yes.
At Satsuma this weekend, Mark. So you're going to see the biggest of the biggest of the baddest of the best.
Yes.
So that was cool.
A couple of them posted on the Facebook page that we're coming.
Kevin Hill and Jim.
Yes. Yes. Yep.
I will share that right now. I was asking for pullers to on the Facebook page to just share with us. If you're coming, post a picture so I can show the fans. I think it's important, especially where maybe pulling isn't as prevalent in Florida, Mark, to show people what they're going to see. Because that's Jim Shansdorf out of Dorr, Michigan, and he is I don't know if he lives in Dorr or not. I think he lives in Dorr, Dorr. Can't remember exactly, but he had a diesel super stock for years. He's a Grand National champion and got into mini rod pulling probably about 5 years ago now. But that's a big 3,000 horsepower Grand National mini right there that's coming. He sent me a couple pictures of it. So they're going to be cooking the goose, as I like to say. And then Kevin Hill's from Vermont.
Yes.
And he has 2 of them, Plum Crazy. There's one of them that's coming down this weekend, and he posted another picture as well. Let me find that quick. Here's both of them right here. Sorry about that. I zoom in a little bit. So Loose Screw and Plum Crazy. You will see those 2 beautiful mini rods in Satsuma, Florida this Friday and Saturday night, as well as 9 other classes. You guys, you're going to get your price of admission here.
There's actually 12 classes now, I believe.
Okay, so you know what?
Yes.
I've been misinforming the crowd. So
sorry. We had some diesel trucks, and then we're having the 5,200-pound 4-wheel drive truck class too, which there's I think 4 more local trucks coming, which is real good, nice trucks. They also called and wanted to know if they could be added to the list. So I said, absolutely.
That makes you feel good as a promoter. You know what I mean? That people want to be part of your event, Kels. So,
yes, absolutely. Yep.
What was Mark's first tractor, and has he ever been in a mini rod?
Never been in a mini rod, and I'm not sure if I ever will be.
There's 2 kinds of people in this world. Kelsey, there's mini rod pullers and there's everybody else.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So, and those mini rod pullers would be also the ones that would ride the bull at the rodeo. So.
Yes, they would. Yes. My light super is a handful, and I don't know. I just don't know if I can straddle that drive shaft and that engine. I don't know if I can do it.
Perfect. Mark, what made you decide to build a 56 series super stock, as those older models aren't as common anymore on the alcohol side? Ooh, Morgan's going deep tonight.
Grew up in that era. It's honestly, it was a way more of a challenge to fit everything underneath that. That's a stock 56 hood on that tractor. It hasn't been widened, lengthened, anything. So to fit 2 4.8 chargers or 3 4.8 chargers under that thing and keep it the stock width was a challenge. It's just like the look. And I mean, anyone that sees the tractor just loves it because no one else does it.
It's sharp. It's beyond sharp.
Yep.
And then, even with the flames come out, it still looks cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Austin says the ad for Satsuma was pretty awesome. Good background music and footage. Yeah, we used a bunch of our footage from Zellwood, Austin, to make that. And I'll just play that right now. So you guys enjoy this for the next 40 seconds, and then Mark and we'll start talking again. Here's our ad we're using to promote the great pull coming up this weekend at the Putnam Raceway. There's the ad that Austin Thurby was. I wish I could take credit for that, but I have really good video editors, and that's what they do for a living for me. So I can't do any of that stuff, Kelsey. I'm lucky I can still turn on my computer. You know what I'm saying? So.
I'm right there. I didn't even turn on the computer. My wife did. And by the way, I want to thank her for letting me do this.
Yes. I was gonna say, yeah, I got to thank my wife too, honey. Honey, I'm not dragging her to Florida. So
yeah.
I think in the future she'll come. We have one child left in high school. And I think I'll be able to sneak her away a little bit more once we're empty nesters, if you know what I'm saying. So.
It is, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, our youngest is 20.
Perfect.
Yep.
Will Dave Lacey be there? Do you know if Dave's coming?
Dave Lacey, what does he pull?
I think he pulls a mini, but I'll wait. That's one of the
Dave,
questions.
Does he hang out with Jim a lot?
I think so.
Yeah, I think he is coming. Yeah. Yep.
And then Morgan confirmed that, yes, Jim's from Dorr, Michigan.
Yes. Okay.
Plum Crazy is Phil Fairbanks' old Rat Poison, and Loose Screw is Tyler Slaw's old Have No Mercy. So Moose Tractor Pulling Video, it's Morgan Schulte out of New Vienna, Iowa. He's like the Rain Man of pulling. Like, this kid is a junior in high school, and he knows freaking everything. And whenever, I want to get him and Dan Mayer on a show some night, and we're going to try to stump him, kind of like a Jeopardy of pulling knowledge.
I see.
A lot of fun. So,
that'd be kind of fun.
Morgan works for us occasionally when we need extra people, and he is just a hoot. Just an absolute hoot. So I love it when he's on the show. Oh, Dan, I can't say your last name. Desorsi. Hi, Mark. You can take a ride in my naturally aspirated mini rod. Well, there you go, Kels.
All right. I might do a naturally aspirated one, but I don't know about one of them big blown ones. That's a little bit beyond me.
Yep. So I got to drive a small block mini once, and it was freaking awesome. That pulls a tri-state. I have a friend. I let them drive my hot farm, and I got to drive the mini. And they put an extra little weight on the nose of it, which I'm glad they did. But what I loved was that the brakes were on each side of it, Mark, where ours are side by side.
Right.
And when I first started pulling, man, I hit the wrong brake a couple of times, and man, you get sideways in a freaking hurry.
I bet that'd be a little bit, it'd be sketchy.
On the mini, you're wrapped around the motor, but the left brake and the right brake, it's easy. It's easy to find them. But when you're going 35 mile an hour at 3,000 horsepower, I don't know. Sometimes I don't think they want to stop anyway, so it's all good. Mark, what's the best I know you answer already, but like, what's the best feeling or why? What is your why for doing this?
For the pull or
Yeah,
for,
just being a promoter. I mean, bringing pulling to Florida, it's not cheap, as you know.
no, not at all.
I think everybody thinks that all the promoters just get rich and they're keeping all this money. And you guys, I've seen the books on the big national organizations, and I've seen the books on local promoters, and guys, they're busting their ass to break even on these things. And
Yes.
so that's why, I mean, I know the financial burden you can put on a family, on a business, on an event. Why? I want to know why. What's your why, Kelsey?
Glutton for punishment, not really sure. Just, it's a good time. It was kind of an investment down here. We wanted a place to be able to come down that was our own, to spend time in the winter. Sick of I grew up on a dairy and been working outside in the winter for most of my life, and just, looking for warmer weather for a few months a year, and just wanted to, I can't just come down here and sit. I have to be doing something. So
That's sort of the thank you to your wife.
yes, exactly. Yes.
Some people just, like go south and go golfing and just drink all day.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm going to buy a motorsports park, honey.
Yeah, it's been, we're dealing with the health department and for water samples, and my wife's running them around, and finding vendors, and just, it's endless. It's hopefully, when we come down here in the future, we can just have maybe one project to do every fall to get ready for the show instead of 100 like we have this year. So we can actually maybe relax a little bit, but
it'll get easier every year. You know that.
I hope
once you kind of lay the foundation,
Yes.
So, Blackburn's watching.
No.
Mark, way to go, buddy. You rock. That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Josh had a
Right
National
there.
Farm Machinery show.
Yeah.
We actually got a really cool video. If you don't mind if I play our video real quick. Josh is a good friend of mine. I love Josh. I just love his passion for life and for pulling, and to see him do well on the big stage. We put a new video together. If you don't mind, I'm going to share it really quick. Where's it at? And at the very end is when this gives me goosebumps a little bit, Kelsey. Welcome to Beer Money Pulling Team. Sit down, shut up, and hang on. Just to hear 17,000 screaming people when Josh stood up, and like, yes.
Yeah.
And I love that energy.
We need more of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too many pullers, they think that our world is we don't want to piss anybody off in our world. It's like people will just piss and moan about, that guy's cheating, but they will never put the money up or they'll never call him out because you don't want to be that guy.
Yes.
And I get it. I really do, because we all want to be liked. But I love the Jeff Hurts, the Josh Blackburns, the personality, and then there's more of them. Those that you always jump to my mind right away. Mm-hmm. Entertainers, people you cheer for. And there are people that want to just kick Blackburn's ass.
Oh, yeah.
The guy's dominant. But, that's what makes it fun. And he's like, come on, bring it on. Mm-hmm. Because that guy's a freaking genius. And he'll be up in the middle of the night, wake up with a CAD design to put, another blade in a turbo, and it'll be on the machine the next day, and they'll have it on the dyno in 3 days. But that's what fuels the sport, and that's what fuels the energy of it, Mark.
Yes.
And to be associated with people like that, and just to be part of them and call them a friend, and just a fan. Shit, you don't have to be a friend. Just call them a fan. I'm a fan of that. Mm-hmm. That's what pulling needs. And you're going to see more of it the next 5 years. I guarantee it on my life, Kelsey. I feel like we're starting to open some doors with all this social media stuff. And I'm not just talking about me. There's 1,000 Facebook pages now promoting truck and tractor pulling. Instagrams, TikToks, it's everywhere. Now we all just need to put more butts in the seats, and there's some other things coming along that are going to be exciting. But Mark, for you to bring pulling a top-notch facility like you have to a highly heavy populated area with a bunch of snowbirds, dude, I mean, this is going to happen in Florida. You guys are onto something, and you're going to be able to make a circuit of it. You know what I mean? And bring down the Josh Blackburns, the Jeff Hurts. You're going to be able to bring down the heavy names, the heavyweights of pulling to Satsuma, to your Zellwoods, to your Ocalas and stuff like that. I'm excited. I really, really am. It's going to be great, Kelsey. So sorry, I got off on a tangent there, but that's what I do. So,
no, all good.
Austin Thurby says everybody builds something different in pulling, not cookie cutter like NASCAR. Agreed.
Yes.
Every track needs a beach now. Laugh out loud. Yeah, they do. They do. That's Terry Earls, I think, from Diesel Life and Bull Snot. That's one of the sponsors there. I saw Bull Snot is sponsoring Keystone Nationals now. Brandon Gillen's checking in from Texas. Like to make a trip over there. Well, let's just Google it right now.
Yep,
Texas.
I-10 straight over.
Let's see here. Brandon's got the Oso Negro 3-engine modified that pulls with the Outlaws.
Okay.
Just Kelsey, just so you know what that is. I do a lot with the Outlaw Association in the summer, and I know all those guys pretty well. Let's see here. Google. Let's see here. Texas to Satsuma, Florida.
Yeah, what part of Texas? Because Texas is
its own country.
Its own.
Yeah. I just put in. There must be a Texas. Yeah, there's a Texas. Just north of South Angelo, south of Abilene, so west of Dallas, but says it's 1,246 miles to your place to their place. So
maybe Houston would sound better. Try Houston.
Houston, okay. Houston, 13 hours and 20 minutes from Houston.
There we go. Day drive.
99 miles. Yep. So, okay. Brandon's from Uvalde. That's right. Check that out. I think that's more west. Out there in the desert, but I'll double check. We could have a game show some night, like, put it over under, marking how far something is. Yeah, so he's west of San Antonio, 1,175 miles to Satsuma. So
that's about exactly what it is from my place to down here.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's about 1,200. Yep.
Good deal. So you're just north of Orlando.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're basically 40 minutes from the beach, from St. Augustine.
Okay, there's Daytona.
Yep.
There's Daytona, Flagler. I've been to Flagler before.
Yep, Flagler Beach.
Yep. Cool. There's St. Augustine, Jacksonville. Yeah. No, I'm pumped. It's gonna be fun to get away. And then Gainesville, they have the Gainesville Gator Nationals, don't they, in a couple weeks after your poll, I think?
Yeah, the Gator Nationals, I think, are coming up. Yeah.
I think they are. I think it's like the 12th and 13th or something like that. So Morgan wants to, who do you pull with back home? What association do you run with mostly?
ISP last year, Illinois State Pullers. I pulled in their light super stock class. Quite a few hooks. Didn't make them all, but tried to make a lot of them. So
good deal. Matt Hart's checking in. The voice. Matt Hart. Doesn't he do all your announcing for ISP? I'm pretty sure he does.
Yeah, Matt does. Yep. Yes, he does.
He's checking in right now.
Yeah, we went
down and videoed his belt sander races a couple weeks ago. Those are who him and his dad put on.
Yeah, I've heard about those. I've never seen them, but I've heard about them. Yeah.
Yeah, if you've never seen a belt sander go 35 mile an hour into a foam pit at the end, Kelsey, I'll send you some videos, buddy. So I'd send you. Brandon says 200 more than Wisner. Yeah, those Texas guys, when they run that outlaw circuit.
Oh, they travel, don't they?
Oh, they put miles on. Man, it's like, and then I've always thought for the years, Blake Graves with Stray Horse.
Yeah.
They ran that Grand National circuit.
Those guys pounding some miles.
Hell, sometimes it's 8, 9, 10 hours for some of them just to get out of Texas.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But that's how you would be in Florida too if you live down south, way southern Florida. So it's all good. Have we missed anything tonight, Mark, that you wanted to cover?
I don't think so. If you would, at the end of the show, maybe just run that video of the facility again.
Yep.
That I sent you before.
That's on YouTube, right?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Yeah. Yes.
I'll go find that. If you just kind of want to give us a summary again of everything, I will go find that video quick. Let's see here. Putnam. Did Bruce Wilson get a hold of you? Is he bringing the semi down?
Bruce Wilson.
He had that semi truck there at Zellwood.
Yeah, I believe he's coming. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah, and he's bringing his. He's got like a.
He's got a mod
super
turbo.
farm. Yeah, he's got like a super farm AC Alice.
Yep.
As well. Yep.
Add a golf cart class, tons of them down there. That'd be great YouTube content.
That's true.
We have to hook them to a pedal tractor sled, but I think it could be fun. So
we thought about racing the Volvo haul truck around the track to break the world record on a 3/8 mile track, maybe.
I think that should be done, Kelsey.
Probably
after midnight would be best for that.
Yeah, probably.
All of a sudden you go.
Maybe we should hook it.
Hey, whoa, guys, my dump. That's what's going on. So that'd be kind of funny. I'm getting queued up here. Yeah. Shoot. What was that called? I'm sorry, Mark.
Putnam County Truck and Tractor Pull on YouTube. Yeah. Yep.
I know it was an awesome video, and it showed the facility and had some cool drone videos and stuff.
Those drone guys are really incredible.
Yeah, we're bringing a drone down with us. I got one of my video guys coming out of Georgia to work with us to help us out, so we can get a lot of good footage.
Did have a couple sponsors come in too. So Alta Equipment, which is a Volvo, heavy equipment dealership. Pretty much anything east of the Mississippi River is all Alta. They stepped up and are helping us out. And then Awesome Towing and Transportation down here. He's been hauling my equipment in and out that I've been renting and helping us with some local issues we've been having, and he knows a lot of people in the area, so he's been a very, very big help to us.
Nice. I might try to find that text you sent me. I'm sorry, I'm struggling a little bit.
I sent you two of them. Yeah, there's two different videos.
Putnam County Speedway. That's what.
Is that what it was? Sorry.
Yeah, Putnam County. That's okay. We're just a couple simple tractor pullers hanging out on a Sunday night. Don't feel bad. So. That video queued up. There it is. Okay, perfect. Yep, and I'll play both of them once we get done here. So get that queued up. Okay, perfect. Okay, guys. If you have anything else, message us at Beer Money. Message us on Putnam County. Mark's wife's doing a good job answering all the questions, comments. Please engage with any posts about the event that you see on social media this week. That's really what we need more sleep this part, just to help get us the word out there and stuff like that. And then we'll see you in Satsuma Friday and Saturday. Mark, I'm going to check in with you Wednesday night, maybe do another live just a couple days before. Otherwise, we'll just start pounding it when we get down there, buddy. So
okay.
But if you need anything, call me. Keep texting me videos, pictures. If you're a puller and you know you're going, please send me a picture of your vehicle so I can share that out there with everybody, because that makes it a lot of fun. So, yeah, I'm going to share the video a couple times, and then if you got anything else, Mark, I'll let you go, buddy.
All right. Appreciate it. Thanks for the help.
Yeah, thank you. Talk to you soon.
Yep.
Okay, guys, here's a lot of times with a new venue like this, people want to know, like, what's this look like? Are we going to a piece of crap junk hole or whatever? And the answer is no. And I'm going to prove it to you. Here's some video from last year. I got to get rid of, oops, sorry about that. Get rid of that logo off the top right corner here. I'm going to play the video. I'm going to make it full screen so you can watch. But here's a nice video from their event last year, and you can see the entire grounds. It is beautiful. And I hope to see you this weekend in Satsuma, Florida.